Hello, everybody. So, today's stream is a little different, as you can see by the webcam, but we are going to be working on finishing In Other Waters today. So we're gonna let the game hopefully decide to capture. It worked last time I played this game. Come on. I may have to reload the game. Let me try reloading the game, because this worked. The game captured last time I played it. Just maybe doesn't want to work today. Come on. There we go. It captured. I think I am gonna adjust some things though. If my mouse will let me. Come on, mouse. What is this? There we go. Okay. So we are going to continue where we left off. Oh, we're only 21% through. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. Okay. It felt like we made a lot of progress, so that's very interesting. So I guess this game progresses quite quickly. I mean, like, you can do a lot in a little time. This game just has a lot in it. Alright, so when we left off last time... We were going deeper, so we were going to the drop-off. Confirm, dive to select a location. Yes. We're going deep. I don't know how deep, but we're going deep apparently. Are you back with me? We are 20 seconds from the ocean floor. Oh. Good. I was getting lonely in here. Okay. We are descending fast. The drop is huge. 1.5 kilometers down. Let's stay focused. We have no data on this zone of the ocean. The light of Glias 667 sees 3 stars barely makes it this deep. I've got my headlamps on. You'll have to be my eyes, and I want to work my way along the slope to the northeast. We are looking for any trace of Monet or the ROV she sent down here. Let's get to it. Okay. I don't know where northeast would be considered, but we'll just start by... I guess it's this way. Beyond the reach of the suit's lamps, the slopes descend slowly into the dark towards the abyssal plain. A little unnerving. The colors have changed. It's not the bright green and yellow that I'm used to. It's so dark and spooky. The heavy currents of the upper ocean don't reach down here, leaving the water still and silent, sediment suspended in the column. It's kind of eerie with like the noise. Pale glow. A bioluminescent glow drifts through the sill, a faint but noticeable chemical blue. What that is? What's that? Oh, that's a thing. I don't know if I trust it, but it's a thing. What are you? Tangled veil. It's a creature. These drifting veils of material appear to be silken creatures are almost transparent. Apart from those lights, what are they? Okay. Appear to be creatures of some kind. They are pulsing faintly with pinpricks of light. From this veil stretches away from the tangle of the group, reaching towards new territories. There's like a It's a little creepy. They're like giant snakes. Weird. In the headlamps of the suit, I can occasionally see a vein-like texture to the surface of these veils. What substances sustain them? Let's go to this one. Field of veils. Something veils twitch, suspended in the water. They are seeded with pinpricks of bioluminescence, like distorted star fields. Let's go towards the snaky creatures of whatever these are. The veils are gathered in groups, which I am calling tangles. They seem to be intentional formations, but for what purpose? The lights the veils produce come directly from beneath their skin. They shift from transparent to light emitting in undulating waves. Can I go to this one? Surrounded on all sides by drifting sheets of bioluminescence, this space is a fluid shifting interior. Yeah, so I can just... The veil delivered some kind of stunning electrical shock to the suit. Is that how they disable their prey? We should be careful of contact with this species. Now I want to get out of here. I guess we'll keep going this way to see if there's any way we can get out and go back this way. I don't like the deep water noises. Though tangled and without any clear sensory organs, these creatures seem to have strong control over their position in the water. Studded along the veils are the remains of creatures that have been confused by the lights and caught by these transparent hunters. Snare veil. Wide, delicate silken panels of bioluminescent cells. I'm naming these strange creatures snare veils. They are such beautiful traps. Pretty good. They work in unison to entrap and digest creatures which come too close. Oopsie daisy. My bad. Continue. Veils are jeweled with the hefted. Yeah, okay. Oh, you can get a sample here though. And a little tissue. I'm full though. Oh. Get rid of you. I have a ton of you. I want to get this new thing. Fine, we can only get one right now, but that's fine. What are you? You give power. Oh, it's the mains of the... Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Let's go! Here the tangles receding, a few of its trailing veils hanging still in the dark water, like the posed limbs of a dancer. There goes some more of our power. It's fine. We are gonna quickly unlock this though. The gap between the veils, is it that these two competing individuals, or is this just a temporary separation of a single group? Just so we can have the path back. Okay. Now we move on. I hate how they move like they're like snakes. This veil is blinking the same sequence of lights over and over. Perhaps this is a way of attracting curious prey into their grip. Not me. I already fell for it. Why didn't Monet tell anyone about this place? The life here. It's the biggest discovery in human history. Do you think she is trying to protect it? Maybe. But then why bring me here? Maybe she expects me to keep her secrets too. She always had her secrets, but this feels bigger than that. I forgot to do this. Okay. Looks like my stream is having some issues, at least for my end. Oh well. Okay, we're fine. Continuing. Away from the veils, the water returns to its inky darkness, resisting the strong beams of the suit's lamps. Dark water. Still has gathered around the base of two large outcrops, forming a natural light from the steady downward pitch of the slopes. Oh yeah, there's something here. Oh, we can actually approach it. Layered outcrop. Dark basalt layers rise up out of the slopes like fractured towers, each jagged layer carrying drifts of silver silt. Let's approach the spooky darkness. We need to uncover all the secrets. These dark towers of angular stones are the telltale signs of volcanic processes active under the planet's surface. I hate the loud sloshing noises, like things swimming around but you can't see it. It's a little unnerving. What must be one of Manet's improvised remote vehicles lies twisted in silk. Could have been disabled by the veils. Oh? What was that? This debris is one of Manet's ROVs. Wait, to my left, is that? I don't know, that's what I'm trying to figure out. What are you? Human. Uh-oh. Well, that was fast. Static body, is that? Oh god. She's here. She's alive? We are reading life signs and she is breathing? That can't be right. How long has she been here, lying in the silt? We have to bring her back to the base, but I don't... Okay, focus, Ellery. What do we do? We can use the ROV to boost our signal to the base, send for the drone, then we can start the ascent. Get me back to the debris and hook us up with the terminal. Okay. Dun dun dun! Sync complete. Okay, we are synced. Call the drone now. We need to get her out of here. Well, like I said, a lot happens in this game very quickly. Goodness. You're back. I need to talk. I'm on the medical level. She is totally unresponsive. I don't know what to do. I don't even understand how she is still alive. I keep going back to the image of her blue, silent staring out of the silt. A thin stream of bubbles flickering from her mouth. How long has she been there? The pressure alone should have crushed her at that depth. This doesn't make sense. She is alive. I need to talk to her, but nothing. I want to understand. I want to know what is going on here. I haven't seen her in years, not since she left, and now here she is. Do you ever imagine all the things you are going to say to a person when you see them again? Yeah. I wanted to scream at her, to whisper to her, to tell her I came here for her. I don't know why I did, but I did. I think it's because I had to hope for something to change, for there to be an explanation. For those months we spent together to mean something again. Sorry, I'm not making any sense. This makes twice. 2 times she's turned my life upside down. At least this time I knew what I was signing myself up for. It's not like I had anywhere else to be. The further I am from that dying planet, the better. What comes next? We keep going. She was looking for something out here, something important enough to leave her like this. It's our turn to take that forward, to find that explanation. I think she built that lab in the bloom to study those mineral skeletons, artificers she called them. But something was leading her deeper, beyond the drop-off. Let's start with those ROVs she sent out. Maybe they found something we didn't. I'll mark their last known positions on the dive map, and I'll be here until you're ready to go. Okay. Oh, we have a new personal log. She is still alive. I never thought I would see her again, not after she sliced the core from the base on Kepler 62F and took the shuttle to God knows where. I spent weeks slowly freezing in that base, waiting for the Beckel team to come get me. After that, it all fell apart. There was never any life on Kepler 62F. Minay faked the whole thing. She wanted the data core she knew Beckel would provide when she gave them evidence of the first contact. I don't know. I'll just keep saying Beckel. I don't know. Blame me and my work as a consulting biologist collapsed. I limped back to Earth to take a post-grad position on that dying planet. There is little need for marine biologists in a place where the only oceanic life is kept in tourist-choked reserves. That's where I stayed, watching the endless exodus of humans with enough money to leave, looking out across the dead ocean at the pinpricks of their shuttle's rocket flares. Until Minay called me here. I should blame her for everything, but I just want to know why. Perhaps now, if she ever wakes up, I can ask her. Very interesting. Then I need to put this one in here, because I need to scan it. Cool. And that one is done. Okay. See where it wants me to go. Okay. So we have a one over here to the right and then one further to the left. So we'll go to the one on the right first, I suppose. Let's go. Let's go back to the deep. Give me just a second. I want to look at something real quick. Okay. Back to the spooky scan. So now we continue. Glinting debris from the disabled ROV traces back into the sand. And onward we go through the depths. Volcanic outcrop, unmistakably basalt formed in some volcanic trench eons ago. This outcrop is outlined by the faint light of suns of this planet. Because apparently this planet has more than one sun. And this is where the path splits. We're going this way first. Eastern plain, east of the ridge, a small rise opens into a flat plain of dimpled silt. I'm scared that we're gonna come across like something spooky. Like, I don't think this is supposed to be like a spooky game, but featureless expanse lit flatly by the suit's lamps. You never know. The deep sea is particularly spooky. Bubbling sands. An occasional silver bubble breaks the surface of the flat silt, carrying a cloudy trail of sediment behind. I thought we were supposed to be going up. Trails of unknown creatures mark the sand, wandering back and forth across the rippled surface. It doesn't sound too good. We're just gonna be attacked. I feel like we use more power out here. Bubbles of methane trickle out from beneath the silt, creating silvery columns wreathed in sand. Ahead, the seeps have created small craters in the seabed where brine is gathering in clouded pools. Oh. Very yellow. Brine pools, a shimmering landscape of ghostly pools stretches out in the lamps. The dense brine sitting in the craters like undersea ponds, which is actually a really cool thing that can happen. Brine pools. The methane seeps here must be forming them. The pools themselves will be toxic and also whatever that word is. Let's navigate carefully. They are beautiful fog-skinned puddles sunk into the seabed, but they are dangerous. Seeps imprint the geological patterns of the underlying rock into the silt, forming both deep pools and untouched rises. Yeah, there's really nothing I can do. I can only go one way. Okay, so it just affects oxygen. What's down here, though? Patterns of dents in the sand show the paths of the feathery creatures that cross from pillar to pillar in slow, purposeful loops. These swaying fronds, are they a colony or a single creature? I'll start recording my observations. These feathery fronds are growing along the edge of the brine, waving their matted leaf-like limbs through the water. Each of the many limbs of these branching creatures is carefully dipped into the brine pools, one by one before pulling back. That's interesting. Let's just... Oh, what are you? Crab-like creature. This crab-like creature is moving slowly across the sea floor with a large translucent crest protruding from its back. On closer inspection, the large translucent crest appears to be gas-filled organ or bubble of some kind rising from a slit in the shell. Gambling? What did I find? Mucus bubble. A multi-chambered mucus bubble found on the ocean floor. It gives a lot of oxygen. That's cool. Go this way. This game is so simple, yet so neat. Occasionally this creature will sweep its limbs back into the hairy mass of its body before thrusting them out again. What is it doing? The thick hairs of each frond seems to be molted with a reddish substance. Does it grow there amongst the hairs? Bright orange carpets of microbial growth gathered beneath waving fronds stretch away from the pool. We could sample them here. Problem. I don't have enough. Throw that there so I can grab a sample. I want all the interesting things. Your mat sample from beside a brine pool. Interesting. Let me grab you. When a limb is removed from the brine, the red substance matted into the hair seems to glow brighter, shifting in color. I don't know if that's concerning or not concerning, honestly. From this slight elevation, the gleaming surface of a huge brine lake can be seen out to the east. Ooh. Seems like the substance caked into these creatures' hair is reacting to the brine somehow. Perhaps it is helping them feed. A bank which skirts along the edge of a large shadow. Oh, there's something there. I saw it. Let's continue on, or maybe we'll see it again. Along the edge of the larger pools, the shells and skeletons of creatures loom out of the silt, victims of the toxic brine. I do need to check. Make sure this is working. Oh no, I missed it! Okay. I really want to see what that creature is. The rise projects out toward the vast brine lake to the east, cutting between the deep pools. Oh, scan. Give it. Ah, no, I missed it. Dramatic music? Crater strip. Unlike the shallow steep marks in the south, these deep craters plunge through the silt to the bedrock. Let's go this way, because I think this is the way to the rover, maybe? These aren't seep pools. Something impacted the seafloor here. Meteors? But how would they get so deep? Or could have some creature left these? That's a little concerning. Get it! There we go! Fast creature. These rapid swimming lobster-like creatures have dark shells with very large translucent tails. How do they move so fast? Okay, so we'll just keep continuing this way for now. The brine gathers in this small crater like a settled storm. It would be beautiful if it wasn't so toxic. This is really cool looking though. Like... Wait, why is this one in the brine? Something is emitting a faint glow beneath the brine. It has sharp shape of a shell or perhaps skeletal remains. I mean, we can look at it for a second, I suppose. I have too much stuff. Get rid of you. Quick. Sample it. Sample it and get out. Okay. What? Brine shell. Glowing shell found among the brine stained with chemicals. I don't know. I guess we'll just go this way. The silt bank allows the passage between the two parallel strips of craters leading north. What's this? Isolated oasis. Despite the toxic brine on all sides, this glowing oasis clings to its rock, even as it is melted away. Okay, what are you? You give power. Okay, we'll go ahead and use you. Too many samples. I should have put some of this stuff back. Oh, it's like a little flower. Deep pollen. Okay. Pale petals. Dreadful petals which gather around the glowing fans of the deep that angle themselves towards the light like expectant children. Like the fans found in the bloom, these creatures are fan-shaped filter feeders. However, these variants glow with the cold fire. Go. Is there anywhere to go past here? No. Okay, so we're just gonna go here. Because I can't collect those samples right now. We'll go this way. Empty crater. This pool seemed to cover a huge part of the seabed, radiating out from the lake in ornate patterns. Hi EJ, how's it going? Oh, here's the ROV. Let's go collect the info from this one. One of Manet's ROVs. It looks like this one was disabled by the brine. The supplies Manet equipped with it are still intact, though. We can resupply. Open the terminal. Let's see what this little guy found down here. You guess this is the Octo's channel now. The Octo has taken over everything. The Octo is after world domination. Oh, is that a wreck? Incredible. The debris field stretches all the way northwest from here. I'm doing alright. Glad you're doing well, though. It must have been large, a freighter or a research vessel. We have to go see this thing. Come on, we can head back to base after. Okay. English is always hard. Okay, so where did it say there was a wreck at? We can just continue for a little bit. Where's the map button though? Here's the edge of the debris trail. Something sank here, and by the spread of debris exploded. It has been here for years, decades. The metal is corroded to a little more than a frame. That means Monet wasn't the first person to come here. Something big happened here, something no one was meant to find. Dun dun dun. Forget how to see. This is the booster. Okay, I guess. So, this game is called In Other Waters. So, we came. We are a random AI and a random diver who came to this planet because their friend, lover person told them to like find something, ended up in the suit we control, so now we're working together. I don't like that noise. So now we're working together to try to figure out what's going on. That's all I know. More debris. So we're following the debris now. We're deep. We're 1,500 meters under the ocean right now. And when we started the game, we were 20. Yeah. Technically. I'm like the AI thing that controls the suit. Like all this is me. And I'm just helping the diver. Don't worry, I'm lost too. I play this game, I only played a couple hours in this game, but this game moves really fast. So it goes from like one point in the story to the next, to the next, to the next. Back to back to back. But on a good note, we should be getting back to some horror games soon because I have a collection of horror games I would like to play. So spooks shall await. As the octo just stares into your soul. Okay. Ah, a new thing. Oh, not a new thing. More of these guys, which grow along these creatures as brine eaters. Okay. Well, we finished another thing. Moving on. Metal lumps. Bulbous, rust red lumps are scattered across the pale sand like seeds thrown to the wind. Yeah, let's go towards them. Ultimate horror game, just put Octo in it. Indeed, indeed. Twisted frame. The spars of the frame stick out of the sand like fractured ribs, fronds, and other growths closing the gaps between them. I am gonna fix Octo though, because I missed the Octo being on my head. Give me just a second. Say goodbye, Octo, for a second. Octo needs to be fixed. It's more fun to have the Octo on my head. Ooh. That way, Octo can stare at people's souls from a higher vantage point. Okay. I might have to readjust the webcam, but... yep. I have to readjust it. But you can see the octo. This webcam is so finicky. Okay, that should be better. Right? Is that better? I think that's better. Get the octo. I hate this webcam. Okay. There we go. We have an octo. Back to the video game now. Hold on, let me fix this. Okay, now back to the video game. What are we doing? Oh yeah, we're going over here for some reason. The broad, flat plates of the wreck sit at right angles to each other, forming a complex of angular walls. It sees all, it hears all, it knows all. It's over here. Side the wreck. And what are you? Split in what must have once been the vessel's hull. Ooh, let's go inside the ship. I don't know if we want to be here, but here we are. Melted corridor. The brine has left everything but the vaguest shape of the vessel impossible to define. We are entering the main body of the wreck now. It's a little more than a husk. It is impossible to tell anything from these rusted plates. Whose ship was this? The local ecosystem looks to have been scraping away at this thing for decades. Nothing much left for us. Overgrown bay. This bay, perhaps once a cargo hold, is being scraped away at by frond-like creatures releasing flakes of orange rust into the water. These ovid creatures sit pulsing on the edge of the deep oasis. They are glassy and soft, like partially boiled shellless eggs. Partially boiled shellless eggs. That sounds a little concerning. Octo, behave. I just don't like this webcam on my face for some reason. It has issues. So streams may just, I don't know, it's so hard because I want to do just the octo, but I like the octo. Stop getting creepy music. When close to these creatures, you can feel the pull of their strong filtering action as they absorb water and push it through their bodies. Half buried in sand, the industrial seals on the equipment locker have held. It must have been protected from the crash within this bay. Look, a steel-sealed dive suit locker. Let's see if we can get it open. Okay, I think I can lever. Yes, it's open. There's not a lot here. Wait. This cutting torch looks clean enough with a little work. This could be salvaged. Is this Bacotech? Hard to tell. Looks compatible with the suit though. I'll stow it and see what I can do with it when we get back to base. Ooh. We might have a cutter. Buckle and bent outwards here, bent away by some huge interior force. Let's keep exploring for a little while. Oh, then we just leave the craters clustered around the vessel suggest an explosive force of some considerable magnitude. Slightly concerning. A lot concerning. Melted debris. We can go scan more stuff here though. Oh. These creatures seem to produce small branching buds in the same way that a hydra grows a clone of itself in order to reproduce. This is another crab. It is a crab-like creature. These wandering creatures noisily chew away at the rock and silt of the ocean floor, filtering it for nutrients, perhaps? At this creature's interior sits a spear surrounded by a reflective membrane, bathed in light from the transparent sections in its body. This is... None of this adds up. If there's a wreck here, then there were people. And if there were people, well, why doesn't anyone know about this place? About its incredible life? We spent centuries looking for life outside of Earth and found nothing. I've seen so many dead planets, so many barren worlds. I've certified each of them clear of life. Just so an exoplanet extraction corp can pick them clean for maximum profit. Drip mine them for the resources our ever-expanding species needs. This place is impossible, 1 in millions, and yet it is already marked by our greedy fingerprints. Who brought this ship here? This has to be the history Monet wanted to uncover. Let's head back to base. There's more to find, I'm sure of it. But I want to keep exploring. Can't tell me what to do. As the ocean floor slopes towards. Okay, so that's all the debris anyway. So this is just back into the open. Oh, and there's literally nothing else here. Okay, fine. I'll request retrieval, I suppose. The downtime between when we wake back up is like more and between. Something has happened. Come to medical now. Okay? Monet is growing. I haven't dared to go in. I can't make sense of the readouts. Her vitals are unreadable, but she is still alive. Whatever kept her alive on the slopes is changing her somehow. I've been sat here watching her. I don't know what to do. You think she is in pain? I don't know. I hope so. She doesn't seem to be suffering, but then I don't know what this is. There are procedures. Every base stack is equipped with quarantine systems. I can authorize the lab to be purged. End it now. Is that still Monet? I can't. What do you think? I don't know. What do you want me to do? Should I authorize the purge? No. No, you're right. That's Monet. I didn't come all this way just to... We need to monitor her to try to understand what is happening here. Thank you. I won't give up on her. I won't be afraid of what I don't understand. We can find the answers together. Okay, we can do this. I've hooked up that cutting torch from the debris field. I hope it helps. I need some answers. Let's find that other ROV. Okay, we're gonna start by putting away just all our samples at this point. That way, we can actually have room for new ones. Then we're gonna go toilet soup. Lucky for you, I have a ton of toilet soup. I'm not even joking. I have like 4 water bottles over here. Let's do our samples, the new ones that we got. Irrelevant okays. Right. Cause I've like I don't know. I got like I would get like a water bottle to like drink when I ate food. And then I would not drink it all. But then the next time I had food, I would get a new one because I wanted cold water, and yeah, it just progressed until I had a lot. Okay, 5. Okay, is Monet still Monet? What has this place done to her? I have barely been able to leave the medical level. Though I dare not enter the surgery, did she do this by choice? For those few months on Kepler 62F, it was clear that Monet was struggling with something. We never spoke about it, but behind her intensity lay a frenzied self-doubt. She never talked about her family. All I knew was that she was a rare spacer born out in the black, on some orbital military base. Some days she wouldn't leave the berth, just curled up so small, staring silently out. Would she do this on purpose, open up her suit and willingly slip into the deep? I suppose it doesn't matter now. All I can do is monitor her. At least I'm not alone. Ew. It is spreading. That's a little concerning. It's just a little bit concerning. Alright, we have to go to this one now. We already did this one. Brine pools. So now we go back to this and we go the other way to this one, which is a bit further out. Who knows what we'll come across this time? Maybe some deep, spooky monster that wants to eat everybody. I don't know. I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Let's just get back to the, where it splits. I think this is it. Yep, and now we go this way. The pale floor descends rapidly away from the ridge in this direction, towards a field of shadowy outcrops. Oh, there's a thing here. Ooh, there's a weird thing here. Complex creature, a mass of tentacles and growths, unlike anything I've seen. It's difficult to understand the anatomy of these creatures just by looking. Spooky creature. Another group of towers rises towards the pale light each. Okay. Let's just continue heading this way. And then this way. In the shadow of the towers, there's a deep silence. Lake by the towers, this path leads ever deeper down the slope. Yeah, let's just keep going deeper. What could go wrong? Oh, there's more of those tentacle-y thingies. That's fine. Well filled. More Vels. We need to be careful. Got it. There has to be a way to find the path through. Yep, we're going back this way. And we're going this way. Vel Tingle. We're just going through more Vel here. Vel's in the process of splitting away from the rest of its body. Is this how Vels are born, or is this an injury? It's a little concerning. Even on the far side of the tangle of the Vel's lights can be overwhelming, multiplying my shadow in all directions. With the blinding Vels behind me, I notice smaller pinpricks of light moving across the slope. There are other creatures here. Dun dun dun. This is just, yep, another crab creature. Different individuals of the species seem to have varying sizes of bubbles on their backs. Are they carrying oxygen in there? That's a great question. This outcrop hides a wealth of life, from long-legged crawlers and filter feeders to blurred shapes which built through the suit's lamps. Oh, there's a lot of stuff here. Water bulbs. I'm calling these cryptic creatures water bulbs. Let's see what we can uncover about them. Oh, there's only one of them? Right. Ooh. What was that? It took, look how much power it took. What are you? Rude. Hunting me currently. I'm gonna go over here. Grab some samples. Better not be coming back. Okay, so it seems to only go in one area. Because it's just going back that way. Maybe I was in the way of it. Here's another crab. One of these shelled creatures seems to have its own territorial loop. An area of seafloor it systematically searches through. This is more of the pale petals. Each of the wide petals has patterns of whatever that is across its surface, and from these some kind of pollen is drifting out in clumps. Closer inspection, these petals are solid growths, not fragile objects. They sit like thin tree stumps in the sand, each on its own wide stalk. Let's go back out into the big... Away from the outcrop, the silty slope begins to descend again. Oh, more of tangles. A large field of Vels whose pale blue light appears unpleasantly cold in comparison to the warmth of the oasis. You stay away from me, buddy. You stay away. Are you, though? Are you another one? Ah, you're one of the fast creatures. Like on Earth, they must rely on predation to survive this deep where little sunlight reaches. They're swimming with their rear legs while using their tails to prepare themselves somehow. Oh, okay, good. They're not hostile. At least it seems that way. Who knows how temporary these gaps in the walls or veils are? We should make use of them while we can. There's beauty to being inside a field of veils, a song of light that makes it impossible to keep a sense of direction. Well, luckily, you don't have to worry about that. Avenue between the veils, flickering shapes caught in the suit's lamp suggest other creatures make use of the safe passage too. Veils are coming together ahead. I hope this gap will remain open long enough for us to pass through. This veil is hung with the husk of it catches like dark clouds of okay. We've read that one before. I just hope we make it to the rover before we run out of power. Since we got attacked twice by that one creature. Because that was rude. We also probably just need to move. That kind of looks like a face. Ooh. Lung crest is what I like to call these lung crests. Those bubbles to carry on the backs are so cumbersome. Shelled crab-like creature which scavenges the ocean floor in search of nutrients carries a mucus-lined bubble on its back. Plants gather in groups and grow in the light of deep-sea fans. Their pollen fills the water around each stem. Go to name these cold fire bathers. They seem to be strongly linked to the light of these fans. And then the fan. Unlike the blooms fans, these deepwater variants are covered with a translucent sheath of mucus which protects their delicate spines. Boink, boink. Boink, boink. We're gonna continue up. And scan you. It's hard to tell if this is a colonal creature or a single individual. Whichever it is, we should keep our distance to avoid those tentacles. Yeah, I learned that the hard way. Go here. Here, I guess? Spell pulsing creatures have noticeable growths. Yeah, okay. I wanna get gone before that guy comes back. But of course there's a sample. I'm really bad at collecting samples. But I cannot afford to get tentacled again. Let's move. Another Vel build. Do we have anything that will refill power? Okay, that will... Okay, yeah, we have plenty of stuff to refill power, so we're good. Come here. No, come here. There we go. As the basalt shelf sinks back into silt, the ocean floor falls away into the huge... Okay, I think I bugged it a little. Yeah, I did. Oh, that's funny. It said, the creature, but it really was just the shelf edge. Guess I'll go this way. There's so many ways to go. Maybe here. From the middle point of the tango, it's impossible to see beyond the glimmering walls to the ocean beyond. I'm gonna keep going. I feel the light movement. Okay. What do you? Hear the walls. Okay. What are you? Those only start mimicking each other. What are you? Bodies of creatures that were trapped in the veils. Okay, that would be like a sample point. Another clearing in the field surrounded by possible routes both through and past the flickering veils. Okay, so we'll go. What was that? Go this way. This way. Because we'll try to go up. An ornate creature that casts a net-like arrangement of tentacles to shock passing prey. With these or polyps and strings, I am naming this creature the deep. I don't know what that word is, but okay, cool. Moving on. Oh, that's just my power warning. We'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? Last of their life falling across the sandy slopes as it descends into deeper water. Slope continues its irresistible descent towards the distant abyssal plain. Another shelf appears out of the dark, but nowhere on its surface can I see the warm glow of a fan. Maybe the ROV will be over here. Be nice to find. Unlike this one is free of life, its proximity to the veil is vital. Okay. Aha, here it is. Another of Manet's ROVs scattered across the outcrop. We should still be able to use its transmission core to reach the base. Onward! Here, in the middle of the outcrop, a ROV. This one was carrying a supply cache too. We can recharge and refill our oxygen. Let's access its map data. Open up the terminal when you are ready. Map data! Seems like this ROV was disabled by the veils, like the other one. This can't be right. The mapping scans report a large physical anomaly just north of here. From the data, it looks like a structure. It's impossible. Maybe the veils fry the sensors. Either way, we should go check it out. I'm gonna refill oxygen, I'm gonna refill power, and we're going north to check out this structure. Just don't mind if I do. Here we go. As the shift there's only the dark of the descending slope. Oh, that does look like a structure. It's very square. There is nothing here but the silt flickering in the suit's headlamps. That's a big square. Some strangely geometric rocks sit in the dark. What are these formations? It's so square. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do it and okay.
Security alert! Security alert!
Woo, 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 woo! Nice. Okay. Let's go into this giant square. A huge flat structure bedded into the seafloor. Could Manet have built this? I don't know. What are we looking at here? It appears to be some kind of shaft cut into the bedrock. I can't see the bottom. Who made this? It looks like it's been here far longer than anything else. A yawning black shaft that descends into the seafloor, an anomaly that must be solved. Oh. Let's go down. So we were at 1510. And now we're at 1522. So it wasn't that much deeper. Nothing here. Oh, we can go deeper. Now we're at 1534. Okay, there is stuff, but we can still go deeper. Okay, let's explore here, then we'll go deeper. The shaft's lamps revealed two dark holes on opposite sides of the shaft, their torn edges thick with crimson rust. Shadowed corridor. The bent entryway bulges inward like the interior corridor of some huge creature's distended body. Oh, there's still... Pale polyp. This almost motionless polyp, with its wavering, is anchored to the metal plating. Its pale flesh is strained in color. Pale creatures are scraping patterns into the walls. Stink. Sand drifts soften the metal room. On the far wall, strange spirals glint in the headlamps as a pale creature obsessively traces their patterns. Okay, is there anything here? Not right now. Okay. Let's head to the other side and see what we can find. Might as well explore everything when we're here. We'll explore each level when we're here just so we don't miss anything. Collapsed room. The compartment is filled with sand and rock which looks to have entered through the collapsed ceiling. This is another side. Oh, there's nothing on that side. I guess it's because it's collapsed. Alright. Well, let's go down again. Further down we go. 1546. Alright, we're going deeper. I hate this so much. 1558, and we've reached the bottom. We can only go this way. A huge round doorway sealed by a thin metal security, the plates of which are covered with orange rust. So if we would have went to this one first, we wouldn't be able to get through here. Some kind of facility. What was happening down here? Why would someone bury this place so deep? We have to get inside. We can use the torch to cut through the sill. Fire it up. So if we would have went to this side's ROV first, we wouldn't have had the torch probably to be able to get to this room. So prime. Ignite. Whack. But I don't have a duck for my head. Dana rock fills one side of the accessway. Dark holes in the walls and ceiling reveal layers of eaten away piping and ducts. Beyond the doorway, a vast dark space opens out in the rock, filled with the skeletal remains of rusted machines. What kind of machines? I don't know, what are we getting ourselves into with this? Oh! It's changed colors and I'm scared. Oh, I'm actually using oxygen now. The water is filled with red flakes catching in the lamps from the walls. Okay. Let's get through this quickly, preferably. This place is huge. How the hell was it built down here? There's very little oxygen for the rebreather to cycle here, so we are running on reserves. Let's move. Once a loading bay or vehicle hangar, this doom is now dark and distorted. I'm not gonna really, because we're on a time limit, I'm not gonna read everything. So we're just gonna be kind of quick. Above a huge shelf, which is okay. I can read it pretty quickly in my head, but not aloud. Frame of a vehicle lies outside the lock. A vehicle? But I want to read as much as I can because I need the lore. This whole game is a story. A large open lock leads into the depths of what appears to be a corporate. Okay, what secrets have been... Both doors of the massive main lock sit open. Okay. What's this? Okay, there's a thing here. Vast volume of the archaeology lies ahead, piled with rock and sand. There's something over here, though. Those are markings. What was an exoplanet extraction corp doing here? I worked for Bucky. Renee worked for Baki. They built the suit, they built the base. They mine exoplanets, skim helium from gas giants. They help drive forward humanity's expansion. If they discovered life, we would have known. Everyone would have known unless something happened here. Something they didn't want anyone to know about. User X dive recorder. Massive brief life support will fail in 2 hours. Is there anyone from Baki on this channel? Please respond. End. Huh. Okay, let's keep exploring real quick. Alterations you stand. Okay. So much here. Go here. Sealed alleyway. Let's do the torch. Quicker! I want to make sure we can get back out of this alive. We can always go up to the ROV, refill power and oxygen, and come back down though. So, it's not like a huge deal. Bent at a sharp angle, the wall here is coming away from the floor, leaving a sharp edge opening into the room behind. I forgot we can do that. Another thing here. Site 2 is silent and there's nothing from the whatever that is. Site 1 is off the grid. Where are the rescue teams? So something bad happened here. The tables, the disordered rows of chairs, this had to be where they ate, where they spoke. How many lived here? It's another... Scancers, the creatures eroding the surface below through its... whatever that is, absorbing nutrients from the oxidizing metal. Sand slopes down over the tables and chairs from a breach in the wall. It's hard not to imagine witnessing the breach. This is so big. Nothing from the Ophiloids or whatever. Their feed just cut out. We are being erased here. Baki is pulling the plug. Octo did it, of course. Disobedience will be reported. Consider your next action carefully. Damn it, Kojai, we are dead and buried here. Chairs lie in disarray. What happened here? Was it sudden or a slow creeping realization that everything was about to end? I feel like that would be worse than just all of a sudden would be a slow creeping realization. Pair of work boots lie quietly in the corner. The office is going down. What are they doing to my ship? We are leaving now. Stink. Were these gaps smashed through when the archaeology was breached, or are they part of the slow processes of rust and decay? Another one of these guys. Olive's flesh recoils at the barest hint of pressure, but no further movement or response occurs. Facility twists away into the dark, drifts of pale sand filling its corridors as if it was an ancient tomb. Spirals have been etched across the surface, representing the polyp's path of movement at the rate of an inch per week. That's faster than an inch per week. The metal plates here are marked with elaborate spiraling patterns. Their makers, ghostly polyps, scrape back and forth, adding to their work. The wall glistens with a thick secretion left by a polyp retracing the same pattern over and over. We could sample this thick mucus here. Okay, so it's just a sampling point. That circle just popped out of nowhere. Here's another one. Slow, colorless polyps found inside the ruins. They trace spirals across the metal remains of the facility. I call these slow masons for their careful glacial etching into the walls. They are hypnotic. Remains of a workshop or office flooded with sand and rock, twisted metal plating hanging from bent frames. Block corridor. Sand has filled this corridor, which looks to have led back into the entry hall. The breach must have been catastrophic. Metal desk pushed against the sand drift. A Beckel branded mug holds the pile of rotting paper from drifting away. Okay. No one is coming to dig us out. It has cost us everything. The entry hall just breached. This is it. It's so sad, actually. Okay, we're gonna go back. Since we can. And we're gonna go refill on O2 and oxygen just to play it safe before we come back down. Because there's more to explore. A lot more. But since that was like an end of an area, we'll go explore up here next. But we're gonna go refill. Just to have more time. Since like oxygen stuff is below halfway anyway. Let's go. And then we have to go explore. We have so much to explore here. My goodness, this place is big. And the fact that we can't just explore. Okay. And now it goes back to yellow, which is very interesting. So we're gonna head up, refill, and then come back. Okay. Go head back. To the rover, which is right here. Give me oxygen, give me power. Give me all the fun stuff I need, and then we're going back to the depths. So I need to know what happened. I need more of the lore. Let's go back down. Then we'll have to go back up. It's just gonna be a process. This is where the game taking forever comes into play. Back to the red. So interesting how it changes the color of my stuff. So interesting. We're gonna keep exploring back here. I know there's other stuff to explore on that other side, but this is the main area we're exploring right now. Alright, and I think we're back, and we only used a smidgen of oxygen. So now we continue. We already read all these, though. Yeah. Alright. This room was totally obliterated by rock and sand. The shards of bent walls are the only remains of the building. I'm sorry, Isabel, for what we did here. Oh. Among the sand drifts that fill these four buildings are the shapes of tiered bunks. This is where they slept. The music gets so dramatic I can't hear myself think or talk. This place isn't a facility, it's a city. How many more died here? Those without dive recorders. Those buried under rock and sand. It makes my skin crawl. Yep, I can understand why. The door to the berths is slid back, revealing the sand-choked beds of the occupants. A set of overalls lie flat on the berth, wisps of sediment drifting from their openings. A Baco logo is still faintly visible. It's just these two. You don't know that, Jason. They are going to come for us. No one is coming. We both know that. I lied to get here, Kai, and now I'm going to pay for it. What do you mean? This isn't even my real name. Interesting. On the still intact berth lie decomposing clothes, a single glove, a pair of round clouded glasses. I'm going to get some shut-eye. First geoengineering shift is in 4 hours. See you in 3. Behind the crew quarters, huge pipes sit against the wall, surrounded by sand. What was powering this place when it was operating? Were these supplying the power for the I don't know how to pronounce it. Perhaps a geothermal plant buried deep below? The wide tunnel to the northern part is completely collapsed. Is there anything left under all those tons of rocks? Earth originating species of coral from the family. Okay, spring coral. It's hard coral. That's just normal corals. This octangle. Why can't I pronounce words today? Atrium was clearly once lined with glass and filled with water, an aquarium at the heart of the facility. Are those corals? They must have brought them from the ocean reserves on Earth. To explore. Central atrium is sculpted rock towers. We can use it to reach the upper levels. Oh. Okay, hold on. I'm not done exploring though. Salt towers brought from the slopes above to decorate the aquarium, a reminder for the occupants of the ocean above their heads. The fan. Okay. Oh. Grab sample. I don't think we have any room for samples. Okay, hold on. Just one of you. Then we have room for it. We just gotta use one up to make room. Okay. Oh, we already have some. That's good. They're useful for power, so. We are exploring. Filter feeding fans beneath the mucus sheath pulse with a warm light. I'll call these cold fire fans after those mesmerizing flame-like pulses. A ragged split in the atrium wall is lined with rust leading through into the dark, particle-choked corridors. Go this way first. With a prime view of the atrium, this had to be the office of someone important within the place. Now it's just another room. Alrighty, EJ, you have a good night. Thank you for stopping by and saying hi. You take care. Have a good one. I understand, sir. No, we are prepared to follow erasure protocols. The site is already sealed with all hands present. They caused this? Pipe Nephilim sand. Okay, so this just circles back around. Good, good. Good. Now we'll go back and go. Just trying to explore everything. I'm intrigued. Metal boxes sit on powered pallets abandoned mid-transit. What were they moving in and out of this place? Rock and sand covers the rusted metal of the place so completely that it's hard to know where the facility ends and the caves begin. Its walls here are covered in spiral patterns. Okay, it's just these guys some more. Here, the collapsing walls have broken through into an existing cave deep beneath the ocean floor. Caves lead away from the bulk of the place, wrapping themselves around the solid rock of the planet's crust. Sand filling this tunnel turns it into a dark horizontal slit, but I can detect a current running into it. How deep do these caves lead? Spirals here are smaller and more interwoven than elsewhere. Okay. Okay, it's just more samples. We're gonna grab, 'cause I'm curious what this is. So we'll get rid of one of you. We grab one of these. Because it may just be something we've already gotten, but... No, it's something new. Okay. What about over here? Okay, that's... Okay. So now we'll go back out. We'll go up that one area. Since there's nothing else here to explore currently. Was, yeah, this one. Let's go up. Like, we have more to explore down here, but we're gonna go up and see what. Are we still using O2? It's still red, so I don't know. Just supporting the window, have corroded away the uncoated metal, now free to rust. This whole facility destroyed, buried, erased. Was this what Monet was looking for in the deep of the ocean? But how did she even know it was here? I feel like I'm swimming through other people's secrets. Me too. Me too. We owe the artificers nothing. We can't even prove their sentience. They're a material one bad guy has every right to exploit. Even at sorry state, the paneling and double ceiling locks suggest a bad guy lab. Machines glint against the wall. Layered with sweeping sand, covering the layers of ornate machinery. Yeah, the wall seems to have breached through to a cave system opened up during the breach. Interesting. Let's go this way though. Ornate geometric skeletons like those found in the bloom. Monet called them artificers. What are they doing down here? That's what they were talking about, like researching or whatever. Equipment here, they're building something, slicing and etching the artificer skeletons. But what? Can these spears really be valuable enough to build a whole facility around and then to bury it? I don't know. Half the lab is drowned in sand and etcher ripped apart by the collapse. This place is almost totally buried, wiped from existence. Check the specimens. These skeletons alone are able to correlate millions of qubits. They are irreplaceable. We have to power down. If the shielding is breached, it could blow out the whole facility. Start shut down now. Sealed cups still sit on the surface. Styluses buried in layers of silver silt. Hardware corroded into lumpen piles. This was a computing lab. All these machines are for hardware fabrication. Why didn't these close when the facility was breached? Were they opened afterwards? The lockdown overridden somehow? And then this just circled back around to the... Like the lower level, the walls here have resisted the corrosion. They're matte white, covering stained with orange, but unbroken. Eight broken windows stare out of the atrium into the upper floors, where white paneled walls resist the rust. Okay. I think we'll explore a little out this way. Top of the basalt pillar, a miniature statue of a black-eyed Stoot stands heroically. What the hell was this place? I think we will head up, recharge, and then come back down. I think we have to go this way. Try to remember how to get out of here now. Because now we have to go out and then all the way back. Which is fine, it's just a little time consuming. Boink. There we go. This way. Then we go here. Yes, I know. I'm rolling low on O2. I do want to see quickly if we can just do any of these real quick. Passage to the northwestern part of the is blocked by a huge rock slide. Okay, so there's a rock slide blocking easy access to there. We've already done that one. An automated transport sled loaded with crushed storage cases just unevenly out of the sand. Loose wires hanging across the doorway are clumped with fragile lumps of silt-like tumorous growths. Lines of fabricators and machines suggest this was some sort of machine room for the repair and maintenance of the facility. Okay. Deep retrieval needs more repairs. They need to stop pushing so hard the artificers aren't going anywhere. Angular shapes of heavy machinery are everywhere, their delicate parts fused by corrosion. This entire corner of the room is piled with rocks and sands. Metal walls are buckled by pressure and corrosion, leaving a large wound in the side of this compartment. Shape of metal desk. Okay. Try and finish this side off before we have to go, but we really do need to get going, so I better be quick. Say again, did what? Site 2 is breached, power spiking. Yep, I'm going, game. Thickness of wires are strung between ducts. Yep. It's just one of those guys. Don't need a sample, I just want to get broken up by low buildings. Oh boy. Let's get going. We may have taken too long. We'll keep an eye out. Because I just need to get... Click the button! I just need to get out this. Okay. We're fine. Maybe. Power's a little close. Oxygen's fine. We'll have enough, but... I'll keep an eye on the power. And then hopefully we'll have enough to, explore the last bit. And then we only have to come back out one more time. I'm not gonna risk this. I did not trust that minuscule amount of power to get us the last bit. Did not trust it whatsoever. Alright, let's go back. Let's go. And then we'll explore the last, because I feel like we'll have enough to explore the main. Especially, we'll definitely have enough oxygen, because oxygen goes down very slowly in that part, I guess, because it's a bit higher up. And we have samples that can give us power, so. Time to go. Because I need to explore everything before I'm content. Because this is cool. It's a giant underwater facility. Or they're testing on these creatures called artificers, apparently. Pretty creepy. How you have to line this up though makes quick movement a little annoying. Now we go over here. And we just have to go back to this big room. We're almost there. Back to where we were. Up we go. Alright. Let's continue this. We'll explore up here, then we'll explore down. Thick. Yes. This is just where glass is broken. The huge entryways suggest this is the complex's main lab. Faded Beckeye markings explain procedures for entry and decontamination. While the main locks are open, the entryway is sealed with a hastily installed security iris. We should be able to cut through. Slicey, slicey. Glass door here was violently shattered by the breach, breaking open what looks like a clean room. This looks like a suit fabricator, but retooled to build large-scale machinery. Its buckled plates reveal a crimson interior fused by rust. Like blocky coffins, these containers are still used by Bakai to ship their suits to active facilities. These are empty. Artificers, with them we could rewrite life as we wish. We could rewrite it to endure Lucas to surpass us. What? Rows of chairs and corroded consoles scattered across the tabletops, precisely machine components thick with silt. Take the suit. Stop arguing. Without you, this project is dead anyway. Oki needs to survive. The lightweight lab suit sits propped in a chair. Sediment drifts from gashes in the soft material. Hollow sockets in the helmet faceplate. Suit is tagged. I don't understand how. It's impossible. It's her. It's Moné's mother. This is why Monet came here. She was looking for her mother. She has been here a long time, decades. Has Monet been looking for her all this time? God, Monet, why didn't you say something? Anything. I can't. Give me a minute. My little Monet, I'm sorry to leave you all alone. Sing a little for your mother. It's so quiet here. Oh, that's actually so sad. Lab is ripped apart, plates buckled outwards, massive coolant. Pipes breached, twisted metal now brown with age. And Monet died. It's probably gonna die too. Long yellow cylinder marked with turquoise glimpse, identical to the casing mounted on the back of the suit. Our suit. This is the same cylindrical casing as the one mounted on this suit. The same casing that houses you. I was building this, building it from artificers, building it with the machines in this facility. She was building you. This is you, one of you at least. A draft, an earlier version of prototype. Ricky's your mother, your creator. Did you know this? Did you know about any of this? Then you forgot. You malfunction. And I can't think. We need to go. I don't want to be here anymore. Please. Glass tubes that once fed coolant to the lab's core shattered. Glass shards now smothered by soft currents. I'm gonna finish exploring. And then we'll leave. Side of height. Oh. This is an up and down too. Okay, I want to finish exploring first though. Then we'll see where that leads. The lore has gotten more intense though. I just want to finish exploring is all. That's all. Because there's still some stuff down here. That's all. I just want to explore it. Before we leave. Just quickly. The entire ceiling of this lab has come down, filling the chamber with sand and rock. No one could have escaped. The ceiling has given way above the lab's second entrance, filling it with rock and sand. This is just broken glass. See, there's more recordings. Around the atrium, some of these seating areas remain flooded with sand. It's easy to imagine lab techs meeting here on their lunch. I'm sure it is just a standard security drill, Mr. Person. We will be able to return you to the other shareholders shortly. Financial implications are massive. We have never even come close to achieving this level of computation before. Crippled metal shutter has rusted over the hole left by the broken window. Security measure, which in the end meant nothing. Ceiling here, okay. Buried lab. The entirety of this room is lost beneath layers of sand. The bars of a metal frame, like bent and broken ribs, poke out of the drift. biohazard boxes, it said. Sand pillars against. There's so much to explore. I'm losing my mind. Ceiling of the. Rusted. Okay, this is just another way down. Let's just go down too, though. Where did this go? Where am I technically at? Because I've been here before. Oh, it's right here. Okay. That's right by the entrance. Let's just go out the other way, though. That's cool, though. That would have been useful to unlock first. Technically, we probably should go up and refill if we're gonna continue exploring, but kinda, I think I'm ready to... about to get out. So I've already unlocked this. Okay, yeah, 'cause this just goes back around. Alright. We will head out then. I think we've explored everything there is to explore. Power we can use. What is it? This? Yeah. Now we will just go. That's cool though. Cool that that unlocks a way back to here as like a shortcut, which we may use later, so you never know. But I want to go up here because this is interesting. I don't know where it leads, and I'm interested. Because this is when they're, the person that's in the suit said wanted to leave. There was like a way out here, so. So I'm curious where it goes down to. Oh, just a little hole. That's interesting. Let's go up. It also just goes up. Well, first. Go up again. Go up again. It's just like a tunnel. We're back out. Surface of the salt towers, dancers. Where am I? Slopes descend into the dark ahead. We are out. I don't know what to say. We are still in range of the ROV on the slopes. Call for pickup. Let's go home. Okay. Let's go home, I guess. Oh, interesting. I was not expecting that. You're back. I'm down in medical. I disabled the quarantine. It's beautiful in here. Okay, is that your name? I guess so. I like it, despite the history. Listen, I don't know what you are thinking right now, but I wanted to say I trust you. I don't know what you knew about the place, about Bucky's history on this planet. Even your own history. But I do know that you helped me. You protected me, you guided me. I owe you for that, no matter where you came from. You didn't choose to be created like any of us, but this place is your home. You are made from pieces of this ocean, from pieces of its past at least. I'm learning not to be afraid of the past. I'm not afraid of her either, of Monet, if that is her name now. I think she must have found something among those skeletons in the bloom. Something truly alien. It changed her. It continues to change her. But perhaps that is what is needed. Change. I found something I think you need to hear. I've been going through the data, and it wasn't the only facility on this planet. There are 2 other sites. 2 other Backle facilities. We need to find them. Backle is up to something on this planet, something bigger than just AI research. I don't want to look away. I want to see what Backle did here with my own eyes. I've marked the site's coordinates on the dive map. We should be able to cut our way in. This is not just about Monet anymore. It's about Backle, it's about what happened here. This is about your history and the weight it carries. I'm ready when you are. Crazy. Let's go ahead and do our normal drop-off of stuff. Okay. Oh yeah, it's gotten way worse. Six. I know you have been reading these. The access log shows someone has been in the file system of my terminal, and well, by process of elimination, it has to be you. Oh, we've been caught! Oh no! I don't mind. In fact, I suppose I have been writing these entries for an imagined audience anyway. Confessions, or maybe just a need to talk. We make a strange trio now. Me, a depressed xenobiologist who can't keep their mouth shut. You, an AI built from the remains of a sentient species, and your sister? Question mark. Monet, who is now more plant than human. But as far as I can tell, we are the only ones on this planet who have any chance of finding out what happened here. I think I am starting to understand why Monet called me here. It was because she trusted me not to give up. Not to let this go. Let's not disappoint her. Oh my goodness. Hey, hold on. Give me just a second. I think I like this better. Well, not that obviously. I think I like... Alright. Oh, let's finish this, shall we? Give me just a second though. Okay. Hey, hold on. I clicked the wrong... Ah! I clicked the wrong button. Okay. Oh. Okay, let's go see where these other two facilities are. So one's there and one's right there. Okay. Let's go to this one first. So we just have to go down like we did for the lab. And it's just down and kind of to the right. Okay. Nope, that's not what I meant. Ah, I'm not used to these colors. So we go here. We are gonna need to collect the stuff because we're gonna need the oxygen. But I don't think these facilities are gonna be as deep as the other one because the other one was really deep. But the colors have changed because it used to be a brighter green, I feel like. Or is that just because we're in a bloom? Has the bloom always been this like darker green? I don't know. I think I'm just starting to lose it. That sounds more accurate. Okay. We continue. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, that's fine. Now we go this way. Cannon base. Wait, what's it say? Minute clear tried to establish a base here, but it was unable to resist the bloom. Gotta keep going. We gotta keep going. Look it. We should be getting closer. Oh no. Is this where we go? Seems overgrown hole. I'm hoping this is correct. Curve wall streak with cascades of green bubbles, all glassy and sickly green in the light of the suit's headlamps. Corroded in the tunnel mouth, the seal stuck fast. Okay. I guess if you found this earlier, then it's sealed shut. Let's slice it open. This has to be one of the other facilities. Hold on, I do want to grab... I guess that makes sense, like if you found it earlier, but then obviously you wouldn't be able to access it because you didn't have the thing. I like this game. This game's a lot of fun. The story is pretty cool. What does this do? Okay, it's kind of useful. We'll grab them. It could help in a bind. A life or death when we just need that little extra bit of power oxygen. Okay. Let's go. Prime and ignite. Fire. Okay. Continue. Choked with rock and sand, the metal chambers deathly still, the angular shapes of industrial machinery lie in wait. Good. The man is using oxygen again, even though we're not deep. Or is this just because we're in a facility and it has to be dramatic? Pillars which stretch up towards the cavernous roof of the chamber are warped and distorted, barely able to hold the weight. Half of the rock ceiling above the chamber seems to have come down at once, sparing most of the room. So this one had issues as well. Look, that tank. It is filled with micro growth. What was this place? Be careful, the water will just be as toxic as it is above in the bloom. Stark hole in the floor, spewing out the same clumps as seen in the bloom above. They settle around the layers. I can go down though. Let's take a little peek. Okay, we can go even deeper. Okay, we have to go up first. We need to get out of here. I don't have the oxygen to survive that right now. I imagine this was once a sealed tube stretching from floor to ceiling, but now it's just a round, ragged hole in the metal vent. Oh, we can go down here too. Okay. It's fine. Okay, so we can't go on the other side. Can't go over there. We are going to give myself some oxygen just to help out. Okay, so this is again that's just a one. Okay, so we're good right now. That's good to know. Show of some corroded maintenance vehicles flooded with sand is top a garden of micro growth. Fireplace piled with sand are all that remains of the rooms and structures that divided up this level of the facility. Containers marked with now dull yellow. What were they shipping into this facility? Great question. Apparently, I guess maybe this is what caused the bloom. This is no lab. This is an industrial facility. These containers must have carried some vital resource for its operation. Fuel, perhaps. Perhaps. Let's see what's up. If there's anything on this other side. Yep. Whether it was a control room or storage shed, this room has been totally crushed by the facility's collapse. We have lore. Right from site 1, send him through. It's full clearance. Each drawings of rock and sand must have smashed through the layers of the facility, burying it and its occupants. Okay. Now... Okay, let's see what lies below. Oof, that's stressful. A little bit stressful trying to survive. Stock up on all these that we can. And we'll explore some more. Tank stands in a huge hall, its pipes leading off into the dark. This facility was not built to study this planet, but to change it. Probably where the bloom came from. I'm calling it now. These white pipes looked up and connected to the hall's tank. They must have controlled the outflow of whatever was produced here. Maintenance on the south hall is continuing. I'm seeing a massive pressure spike here. Control. Controlled by the operations within the tank. Now the tank's contents have turned them to scrap. There we go. I just wanted to grab that just to have it. Alright, moving on. Heading the other way. Tall passage between the two halls of this facility. This place must have been impressive when it was in full operation. These pipes, those tanks, this facility was outputting huge volumes of something into the planet's atmosphere. This has to have been a geoengineering project, a way of changing the planet. But looking at this place, it suffered a total collapse. What went wrong? I don't know. Your corridor leads forward. Fresh. Row of corroded consoles wired up to an umbilical connection which has been cut away. A sand as a chair props up the remains of a suit. Control, I'm slicing it before it cascades. Clear the reactor chamber. The bacteria outflow is about to hit. Okay, now we go the other way. I still think the super deep facility was the coolest so far. This one's just kind of annoying. I mean, the other one's annoying, but the oxygen was like, you could deal with it. You could deal with the power and the oxygen and all that. This one's just kind of annoying. Fully sealed tank rises up through the center of the hall, its sheer sides streaked with growth from the southern tank. Connection between this console and the tank is sliced clean through. Is this what stopped it from breaching? The rising wall of sand leans heavily against the tank, burying tons of equipment. Who knows what else beneath its slopes. Large access hatch to the floor above lies open. Its ladder. Guess that's a way to get up. Atmospheric density is increasing ahead of schedule. Please inform the board. They will be pleased. Let's see if we can go down anymore before we go back up. So I know this big one ain't giving me anything. Let's see if we can go down this one. Have a bubble. Let's go. Let me... Okay, yeah, we can go further down. Let's go down. Gotta be quick, gotta be quick. Oh, this is where the bloom began. Yeah, I get that. This is snow, this... Art auction. When it breached containers price anything. Must have been devastating. Cool. We got that under control. I did it fine though. I had plenty of oxygen. Rude. Did I pull it over too late? What happened? Are you back online? Good. I think this is... It brought us back to this way station. That was lucky, please. I need you to keep an eye. Yeah, I know. Now. Where were we? Let's... link and then request retrieval. Actually, wait. Before we do that, where exactly are we? Yeah, let's... Okay, so it's saying we did not complete it. That's annoying. So we have to go all the way back. Okay, before we do that though, I want to grab... I think that's... I don't know. Okay, let's just try this. Because we should be about done with that. I mean, I think we got all the dialogue for the most part, so... I don't know. Let's just go and see what happens. these. I really did think I was fast enough with that. I suppose not. Should hopefully though have what we need. And we should be able to get whatever else we need from it pretty easily, I suppose. I'm gonna grab this just to be safe. Just as so we have plenty of stuff. And hopefully we should be okay. I think we go out this way next. We go down here. Because I think... Let's just go to where we were at. So we go here. Go here, we go down. Go down again just to make sure we got everything. Now we go back up. Now we'll get out of here. And then we'll go to that thing that led upwards. Since this is obviously the facility that was creating the bloom. Because they were trying to change the planet for some reason. Which is kind of rude, but... whatever, I suppose. Rows of sand-chucked desks, rusted consoles, and dim monitors make it clear this was the facility's control room. Preserved by the low flow of water inside the control room, the smoothed-out shapes of human bones are scattered across the floor. That's a little disturbing. Here. This is where they controlled this place once. They were changing this planet, manipulating it. These vast tanks of engineered microbes were their tools. Algae changed the atmosphere of Earth billions of years ago. These creatures were meant to do the same. But by accident, or sabotage, this containment was breached. These idiots, they could have killed every last species on this planet. Eaten up in a global bloom. Somehow the reef survived, somehow the stalks held on, tried to revert our mistake. Humans don't deserve this planet. We didn't deserve to find life. I've seen enough. Scan what's left and I'll take a look back at base. Find a way out of here. Alright, yeah, we just need this last bit. No, the tank is breached. The artificers, I didn't mean... That sounds like absolute panic on these guys' part. What are you? Step away from the console. I'm sorry. Oh. So this person did it. Interesting. Despite the cave in this console is surprisingly pristine. Cup is sitting on it. That's interesting. We are doing the artificers a favor. Despite all their abilities, they couldn't manifest this kind of planetary change. Storage rooms, evacuation hatch hangs open. Piles of rock and sand all around. So this is a way up. Let's go up. Let's get out of here. Facility. This is why no one escaped the facility. This tunnel is sealed. The control room's escape route cut off. Not for long, because I'm getting ready to slice it open with my, what is this called? The laser cutter or whatever? Whatever the technical name for it is. Sealed at both ends, this corridor is pristinely preserved. Decals still visible on the gleaming walls. Second seal locks off the corridor at the other end. They made sure no one would escape. I guess they didn't want anybody to give away any of what they were doing here. It seems like. Back in the open water, the current at this end of the roof slowly pushes against the suit. Above the steep fall meets stuff with the blue. This is the bright color pattern I'm used to. Go. And we're back here. Can we just call? We'll just go ahead and call back to base since we figured it out. I'm concerned that the downtime's getting more and more. Back online? Good. I've been working with the data we extracted from the facility. What they did there, it's terrible. They could have wiped out life on this planet. Should have known better than to mess with the entire planet's ecosystem. The failure of this facility was catastrophic. The bloom dominated half of the planet. As far as I can tell, it wiped out the artificers. Think about those skeletons in the bloom. But the rest of the planetary ecosystem reacted, somehow resisted, pushed the bloom back. I don't understand how life could have adapted to the change in conditions so quickly, though. It's as if they evolved to meet the challenges of the bloom in mere decades. Impossible. Let's keep looking. There's another facility to investigate out to the east. There has to be more to this. Oh, is there not more? Okay, let's go to the next one, which is out to the east. We're just gonna go to the east reef and then go out. To the right. Just keep going to the right. Eventually we'll run into it, I'm sure. So I'm not used to the blue. This color pattern again. We'll grab it. This might, I don't know what will come in use, but maybe it will come in use. I forget what half this stuff does, though. What if it... As the shattered edge of the reef curves away to the east, the currents fade and the static water grows warmer. This is where we want to go, out this way. Strong current cuts across the east edge of shelf with the turquoise haze of the open ocean stretching beyond. Oh. Let's do this. Current fades and strange pillars rise up from the dark of the ocean floor. This large pillar extends down into the murk of the deep water below, standing probably straight and tall, a geological anomaly. We also have this. Long pale green strands of plant matter intertwine and fight blaze. Twisted strands are like webs between the pillars. Let's start logging them. Okay. With a layer of bright and sunlit life, looking around each of the pillars here has the same green gold peak. Meet in places and become tangled in one another, forming complex webs that are slow to navigate. A cleverly camouflaged creature, mainly composed. Which, okay. Go here. There's another one here. Grab this. Those can be of great length and appear to only grow from the sides of the pillars. How did they form? Oh, sorry about that. Oh, prep. Okay. Let's go this way, I suppose. These entwined tendrils are flat like blades of kelp and hold themselves taut between pillar tops. We can actually, observing the underside of these plants, I can see a layer of pores, perhaps for waste release. That's funny. I have observed these plants in shades which stretch from bright green to ivory white. Is this an indicator of their age or health? Here's another one of these. I observed these feather creatures move between pillars along the web-like plants that connect them. Notice these strands don't connect directly to the pillars but disappear into holes in their sides. What are they connected to then? It's a mystery. Green turtles don't seem to reach east beyond this point, preferring instead to turn back into the protected waters south of here. Don't blame them. We should be getting close to the facility. Out away from the pillars, the ocean grants a sense of vertigo, fading down to unknown depths below. This pillar, unlike the others, lacks a garden of its own. Have the plants been cleared, or have they simply not reached this far yet? The light of the system's three suns falls into something amber and huge to the east. It is almost like a pale orange cloud. Oh, what in the world? This translucent tentacle doesn't have a fixed shape. Its individual parts instead cycle through developmental phases as they cohere. I found the facility. These golden yellow streams of life shift around solid objects held suspended in the water. Are these bones, rocks, or something else? This creature is impossibly large. I don't even know how to start logging data on it, but I'll try. Hard barriers, web, pulsing nodes. To gain access, we can just do torch. What are we looking at here? This appears to be a huge colonal life form. Is this what remains of the Site 1 facility? Let's cut it open. Alright, let's do it. Ignite! This looks very peculiar though. Golden Colony is overwhelming. Where to even begin? Thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of something make up its shifting interior. Seems that the Zoids are split into specialized functions and forms. From jellyfish-like something to balloon-like bladders of gas. Interesting. Behind the barrier, the throbbing interior of the colony is revealed. Ever seen a colonial creature of this scale or complexity? Can it really be one single united creature made of ever-shifting processes? So this creature is the facility at this point. The interior of this creature is like a golden bubble. The light trapped and refracted by hundreds of pearly orbs strung together. Colony breaks the surface 20 meters above. It must be floating on the surface, its body descending in layers like a living iceberg. Vast colonial creature made up of thousands of specialized zoids. It flows freely in the ocean. I'll call this colony red as it flows beautifully across this ocean like some impossible vessel. It's kind of cool actually. Fragment of a room eaten away into some strange sculpture hanging in the blue. It's hard to imagine what this place once was. Yeah. It's not red though, like the other ones. I just realized that. The artificers are gardeners, not colonizers. They rewrite genetic code to develop, foster life. Interesting. It is absurd, Kevin. They are no different to us, adapting their environment so they may survive. No, they are not us. Continuing. Holding like the pieces of a torn map, hinting at the history of a long ruined structure. Crazy. Don't have any room. Now we'll sample. New sample. Don't mind if I do. Continuing onward. Stretches east from here, a blue desert beneath 3 red suns. What might lie out there beyond the range of this suit? This piece of the lab floats on glass-filled bladder zoids, keeping it buoyant. Some float in the open water, Perfect sample. I already have a sample, so I'm just trying to keep exploring. Why would the colony preserve the rooms of the facility as it consumes them? What bizarre processes are in action here? Indeed. Okay. Central laboratory is almost complete apart from the large tree-like growths cutting through its walls. We can't let this continue. We never intended this. That thing they are building. I know. Has already left for Site 2. If the facility fails and Site 3 is breached, the oceanic mine can be stopped. Oceanic mine. Double light. This looks like a biologist's laboratory. It must have been the first exploratory base on the planet. They discovered the artificers. They started all of this. These were scientists like me, employed by Baki to study this place. How did it end like this? The mines they were building in the facility, the genetic research they were doing here, they were all working towards something bigger than just one lab. How could they have let this happen? These biologists. Our first contact turned into a resource grab. Scan all you can and then let's leave this place. I'll review everything back at the base. It won't be long before the colony eats this place away once and for all. Stuff. He wants to free them. And what do the artificers want, Hannah? Has anyone asked them? It's too arrogant. Just because he discovered the artificers doesn't mean he can decide their fate. Interesting. Just gonna finish exploring before I this place doesn't seem nearly as big as the others, so yeah, we've already... Alright, we'll head back to the main base then. See what happens now that all the facilities have been explored. Align again? Good. We have a lot to talk about. I've been digging through what we discovered at the facility. I was right to assume that facility was the first base on the planet, the start of all of this. The lead biologist, that person, found the artificers here more than 30 years ago. But what is truly incredible is what he discovered they could do. Genetic reprogramming, rewriting RNA and DNA, both in themselves and their local environment. Some Earth cephalopods could rewrite their RNA, but nothing at this scale or detail. The artificers tended to this world, nudging its life into new arrangements. Not only that, their exoskeletons, they were quantum computers? Silicone wafers of incredible complexity and purity, able to simulate the outcomes of their genetic rewriting. The artificers were housed in natural machines, ones that evolved here over millions of years. Their complexity far outstrips our own. We could have learned so much from them. But Bekai wanted the artificers' abilities for themselves. And based on what we found on Site 2, we know how this ended. A total collapse, a vast microbial fuel cell leaking into the ocean, eating everything away. The artificers gone, their genetic abilities used in death to save this planet's life. They died for this planet, and you are all that survives them. Well, perhaps not all. I keep seeing the same thing mentioned in the data, the same term appearing in fragments. The oceanic mind. As far as Becca were concerned, you were just the beginning, the first mind. The artificers were the key creatures with a quiet power, able to simulate, predict, then able to change. They could rewrite life itself. For Bake, the opportunity this provided was clear, while the artificers were like gardeners, caretakers of this world. Imagine something else. An oceanic mind providing total control of the ecosystem, able to enact their will. That's what they were building when the colony collapsed, and it is still out there, in the deep. Powered by the heat of hydrothermal vents, the oceanic mind sleeps. I want to see it for myself. We have to know how this all ended. I marked the approximate position on the map, way out to the north, deep in the abyss. Let me know when you are ready to see this through. That's just like collector stuff if you want to know more about the planet. I'm more interested in the last 7. Renee is gone and she's left behind one hell of a mess. This base is falling apart, cannibalized to build way stations out in the... Oh wait. I was born on Earth. Born in the city of that, out in the Atlantic, among the turquoise waters and green slopes. My father was studying the dying waters, chasing the last known pod of sperm whales to record a final fading image of their impossible language before it was lost forever. My mother was a journalist writing a book on citizen scientists that never found a publisher. We lived there, all along the Atlantic coast of Europe for almost a decade, before life became impossible. The storms tearing into the tidal walls, flooding city after city. Clothes twisted in foaming water, we joined the latest waves of refugees. Found ourselves beside the whatever that is, resettled in London. From that privileged viewpoint, I watched our oceans die, and then my parents too. And at some point once I left that sad gray planet behind on a string of Buckeye contracts, I forgot that turquoise water ever existed. You were born here, and maybe here things can be different. So interesting. Okay, so where are we going? Going here. Alright. Let's see how all this comes to a close. Kind of nervous. We're almost at the hydrothermal vents, 3 kilometers down. This has to be close to the suit's range. I can hear the plates creaking. Somehow we are maintaining 1 atmosphere of pressure inside the hard suit. If we make it back up, we'll be setting a strong first record for deep dives. There's almost nothing in the water column here, no life to speak of. But the oceanic mind should be somewhere ahead. That's our target. Whatever monster back I left us, I'm ready. Let's find it. Layered with a wispy fog of oceanic ooze, the darkness of the plain is absolute. Streaks of iron ore have crossed the seafloor, a mark of nearby hydrothermal activity. We're probably not going to make it back out of this alive, though. There's not enough oxygen down here to use the rebreather, so I'm on reserves. Survey data we pulled shows the vents running north from here along a ridge. Keep moving. We haven't got long. Okay. I'm not gonna really be reading it out loud because we don't have a lot of time. And I kinda just need to be quick. Oh. Black plumes of fluid rise from a crystalline chimney discolored with yellow sulfur streaks. Maybe we're getting close though. Incredible. Look up these things. I remember reading about the discovery of hydrothermal vents on Earth centuries ago. 3 geologists they never expected to find life in that eternal darkness. And yet there it was, whole ecosystems we never knew were there, totally independent of the sun's light. They were imagined to be models of alien ecosystems, life in its most extreme forms. But until that planet, that proved to be false. To all of humanity, the universe was dead. Keeping this place from us for keeping humanity in the dark. Towering pulse spirals shimmer in the intense heat of the vents as chemicals are pumped into the water from deep within the planet. I'll go this way. I guess we're just going around the... Earphones are... I'm assuming I'm going the right way. It's kind of hard to know. Close to the vent masked by ships. I don't understand. Where's the life? This ecosystem is totally barren. All these minerals, nutrients, heat, and nothing feeding off it. How can this be? Could it just be this vent? Let's keep looking. Okay. Let's continue onward, I suppose. The intensity of the vents quickly fades off as it mixes with the cold seawater. Eons of sediment blanket the seafloor, so pale and empty. The artificial mind was building down here. What was the end goal? By hoping to control this whole ecosystem, an entire planetary agriculture attuned to feed their needs, manipulated by the possibility of genetic rewriting, a power stolen from the artificers. An enslaved planet like Earth. I know now why Monet was secretive. She knew that if they found this place again, that would be it for life here. Continuing, surfaces around this vent are thick with sediment, but absent of all life. Another barren vent. This place has been wiped clean. Something is wrong here. What did they do? Oh, we keep going and we find out. Another spiral sits at the edge of the cluster, filling the water with blackened fluid like a lightless bonfire. Is that where we're heading to? That looks unnerving. I think it is. Here away from the vents, piles and piles of distorted corpses lie. The bones just over pale sediments. What? Oh god, look at these creatures. The bodies, it looks like progressive ossification. The muscles have become bone. Their mutations are extreme, like cancerous growth. There's no structure to their anatomy. The mind, is this what it made? These senseless monstrosities? More? Well, now we know where all the creatures went. That should be down here. Corpses become a mass of undifferentiated matter with the occasional shape of a bone or shell, like a tooth growing inside. Spear towers over the corpses, its ornate. The mind, it's huge. But it's silent. It's been silent for decades. This is no cradle of life, it's a grave. Did they fell? Is this all that's left? A broken mind lying in a bed of corpses? They had no idea what they were doing. The arrogance of all this. A whole ecosystem boiled down to nothing. The artificers lost to us. These are Baki's crimes. Ari's crimes. What a waste. Is there nothing left? We should look inside. A vast ornate structure grown in the Baki lab sits broken and dead on the seafloor. Its interior a dark cavern. Nothing. Oh wait, we can go deeper. Deeper again. Deeper? We're gonna reach the max depth of our suit at some point. Okay, we've reached the depth. Deep inside the ocean mine, something flickers in the ruins. Is that an artificer? It survived. Or it was born here? Does that mean there are more? It looks dormant. Is it even alive? Wait, do you hear that? It's singing. I can feel... It knows what we are. And it is afraid. I understand why. Look what humans did here. I'm sorry. Wait, no, come back. Oh, I didn't get to scan it. It's gone. We should be going too. We are running down our oxygen. It's a long way back up. Come on, there's nothing left for us here. Oh, I didn't get to scan it. I'm so upset. I should have scanned it before I went over there. Oh well. Okay, time to go. I'm beginning the ascent. So they are still out there, the artificers. This is their planet and we owe them so much. I suppose it's your planet too, with the mine being a failure, the colony destroyed. You are its last artifact, born here. And now this is my home too. Mine and Manet's. There's so much left for me to do, so much to study, so much to understand. Our history here, it is ugly. It's something I don't want to be part of. But this planet's future, maybe we can have a part in that. Manet gave everything for the truth. Some residual part of the artificers changed her, but I hope she knows that she succeeded. This place is no longer a secret, no longer Buckeyes to control. Thank you, Manet. And thank you to you for staying with me, for guiding me. Together I think we can make a change. Show humanity Buckles' crimes, make them accountable. We've both carried burdens here, but the past doesn't define us. Life continues here despite everything that happened. I can find comfort in that. I think. I'm going to stay. I don't have anything left out there, but here I have Manet, I have you. And I have a purpose. Someone needs to swim these waters to catalog this world. When I was little, I swam every day. I would walk down to the ocean and step into it without a thought. I lost that degree by degree as Earth's oceans die, but here things can be like that once again. These waters can wash all the old ways away, and together we will see what's left when they do. And that's that. Wow. That was a very interesting game. I was not expecting it to go as... I was not expecting that. Not at all. It's crazy. It was really cool though. I'm glad I finished the game because it was a very interesting game. It had a lot to it and it didn't like stay on one thing for too long. Like it moved quite fast, which I don't mind. I enjoyed it though. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of people. So many people. And I like how the art style was simplistic and yet it still felt immersive. Like I still felt like I was under the ocean and stuff. Like it's really well done. I enjoyed it. Good game. Good mystery. I liked when everything started coming together. Hey, wake up. You've been out a while, as usual. I've been thinking we've maybe got a few weeks before someone turns up here. We'll be back chasing down the transmission signature of this base. It could be someone else entirely. Passing through the system, picking up my shuttle transponder. Whoever it is, we need to be ready. I want to log everything we can. Every species, every sample, I want a wealth of data to show to the inhabited systems, to the off-world colonies, to Earth. They won't erase us, they won't erase this place. We're going to show it to everyone, together, so let's start studying. There's a whole ocean to go at, and just a few weeks to do it. Ready, choose our next dive. I want to see the last. Now the real work begins. Whatever was left of the oceanic mine, it is dead. Another failed experiment, another biological atrocity to add to humanity's list. But I don't want to let it define us and our role on this planet. We can't start fresh, I know that, but the artificers are still here. And that means we can reach them. I want to show them we are curious, we are kind, we are able to live alongside them. There's still so much left to study here, so many questions to answer, but I'm not scared anymore. I'm excited to see what we can achieve in the time we have. People will come here soon enough, and when they do, I want to show them what we have found, the evidence, the crimes that we need, and what we need to protect. People can see this place for what it is, a second chance, then maybe they will want to protect it too. That's what my father believed and my mother believed. That if people could understand what they were losing, they would want to save it. Let's get to work. And that's that. What does the dive map look like now? Okay, so it's just the... I feel like we pretty much explored everything. I feel like we pretty much explored all the areas. We got most of the samples. We didn't catalog every creature, but we did do most stuff, so that was very cool though. I really enjoyed that. I like how this. And that's going to be that. Very enjoyable game. Very good mystery. But that is going to be where we call it quits for tonight's stream. Next stream will be up later this week. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow or Saturday, but we will have another one. I will get to the point where I'm a bit more consistent than I was. But anyway, I hope you guys all have an absolutely wonderful day or night, whatever time it happens to be for you. And I shall see you later. Goodbye, good night, take care, and thank you.